January 18th, 2013, and this is a video that I felt that I needed to make for a response to a comment on one of my videos, and it was actually on the COD Alaskan radiation monitor video. And I'll go down to the comment here. Actually, he left 3 comments. And it's by this David McFarland. And he says, "What does this prove? Not a damn thing. What kind of a detector are you using? Has it been calibrated and source checked? Do you know what gamma and or beta energies your detector is sensitive to? If you don't know what they are, then you have no clue as to what isotopes may be present, and it's probably naturally occurring. Put your sample into a gamma spectrometer, about a $500,000 investment, and know what isotopes are there before you start trying to scare people." Okay, so for the first thing, what does this prove? What does it prove? Okay, you probably didn't see any of my first videos, and I'm not trying to prove anything except that I'm trying to set baselines to see what kind of radiation is in the food, to see if the Fukushima incident gets better or worse. So I just wanted to set some baselines. I really didn't think I'd get anything in it. But what kind of detector are you using? Well, it's an SE International, and it says, has it been calibrated and source checked? Well, actually, I bought it brand new, and yes, it was here's the certificate of conformance by SE International. This was bought brand new, and it says that this is to certify that this instrument was manufactured using the standards of MIL 45208A, and that the instrument was tested using standards whose accuracies are traceable to the National Institute of Standards and Technology. The accuracy is typically plus and minus 15% of reading relative to cesium-137. This electronic calibration complies with ANSI Z450. So, yeah, this is the real McCoy. This is the same Geiger counter that the government would give first responders to go into nuclear accident areas. And that's exactly why I purchased it, which cost a lot of money, which I really didn't have. I put it on my credit card, but I knew this was very important to do, and that's why I made the investment, because I knew people like this David McFarland would be questioning my motives. So I wanted to buy a very expensive, reliable one, so no one could say that my readings were skewed or anything. All I'm doing is counting each time that Geiger counter detects a decay, and I'm putting it through right there. It's the Radiation Alert Observer software. Right now this is running at background. It's counting each time there. So right now it's been going 450 seconds, and it's got a count of 209. So I've been doing tons of these tests, about at least 50 of them, and it's going to run average background is 30 counts per minute. And I'm living in the burbs of Cleveland, Ohio right now. So let's go back down to his questioning here. It says, do you know what gamma or beta energies your detector is sensitive to? Yes, sir, I do know. Right here, it says that the inspector is optimized to detect low levels of radiation. It measures alpha, beta, gamma, and X-ray radiation. Features. The inspector measures alpha, beta, gamma, and X-ray radiation. It is optimized to detect small changes in radiation levels and to have high sensitivity to many common radionuclides. So, right there, Mr. McFarland, I would definitely, I stand by my readings. And what else did you have to say here? Oh, that I should go spend $500,000 on a unit. Believe me, if I win the lottery or get someone that might help us out here to prove my theories before you start trying to scare people, well, I'll tell you what, you know what's scaring me? Why don't you go to a couple websites, which here's a really good one, Any News, Energy News. Now this is what's scary. This is why I'm doing it. This is presently today's date, and why don't you just check out some of these headlines. Record high radiation found in Fukushima fish, 2,500 times cesium. Doctors, source of Fukushima leakage is still not controlled. We're going to be going on 3 years coming up this spring. Even the TEPCO official, Fukushima Daiichi is an ocean and a groundwater is close to the surface. It's a daunting challenge to keep radioactive material from spreading. It's going from bad to worse day by day. The situation isn't improving at all. Tip of the iceberg, rampant violations during decontamination. It goes on and on and on and on and on. So I'm just a little nobody that's trying to do my part, but when you have the major media is telling you that it's high radiation levels are in fish, and also you have TEPCO releasing badly altered images of the units, when you got the company that is responsible for cleaning this mess up, that is knowingly covering up photos and videos. And then my other suggestion is go to this one lady is called Rad Chick Radiation Research. Check out some of the news articles that are in her Facebook page. So it's just not me. There's a lot of stuff that's really not being reported by the mainstream media. Plutonium off of tsunami debris in Hawaii. What does this prove? Well, what it proves, the only thing it proves is that I care about the situation and I'm just trying to do my little part. I mean, I think I'm actually doing more than the president has done, considering I don't think he's mentioned the word Fukushima since 3/11. He told us that he was going to keep us fully updated because we should know what he knows as president, and I don't believe he's doing so. Supposedly a couple weeks ago when he was in Hawaii, he went swimming, they said, but they ended up printing a picture from the previous visit. So I think he knows that something's going on and he's not letting anybody know, and I think that is a damn shame, because if he's keeping something from the public, I think he should let us know. So what does it prove? All it proves is that I'm trying to take some base readings here because I believe it is getting worse, and I guess we'll be able to prove that in the years to come, and hopefully I can get better equipment. But I'm just like a little peon that's trying to do the best of what I have, and I'm actually feel blessed that I have such a nice Geiger counter. It's one of the best ones that they have from SE International, and it's the Inspector Extreme, and it's I'll stand by my testing, and that's about it. So hopefully that can explain a little bit, Mr. McFarland. And it says that you've been in the 28 years experience in the nuclear industry in radiation protection. Just be curious, are you eating the salmon? Are you eating the sushi? Do you have a Geiger counter? Are you testing your food? Well, maybe you don't care if you're not, but I do, and that's the reason why I bought the detector. I try to be healthy. I do seriously believe that this is going to impact the whole world. Some people more than others, depending on where they live. But if I believe I am finding radiation from Fukushima in my food in the burbs of Cleveland, Ohio, and I believe if I'm finding it in Cleveland, then you're finding it also in your neighborhood. This was just uploaded today also, January 18th, 2013, and it is called Fukushima Black Rain. Alright, hold on, let's get it going here. Alright, I had to stop that. Now this is coming off of snow. Now this is fallout. And you know those fish? They have all that cesium 2,500 times over. Well, they migrate. So this is no joke. And world, wake up soon, because you're going to be in for an ass whooping. Alright, one last thing I wanted to show you. It comes and says, Mr. McFarland says that there's natural radiation in bananas, and I'd probably freak myself out. And then he goes on to say that there's a lot of it in seawater too, and I understand that, but with the reports that they're dumping millions of gallons of water a day into the ocean, anybody would be a fool not to think that eventually you only have so much room in the bowl of water before it's going to overflow. And who knows, it might take hundreds of years to deal with this, maybe even further. But actually, from reading the headline here, this is the one that is more troubling than anything else. It says that the reactor cores may be underneath the containment. And I think this is what a lot of people don't understand, is I don't think we can do anything about this. That's why we got a bunch of clowns over there trying to patch it up with some chewing gum wrappers and bubble gum, when the world's best minds should get together over there and try to come to some solution